his toenails. But even in the face of certainty, he doesn't give up. "Please," he pants. "Don't do this." He is more persistent than I gave him credit for. Like those before him, he holds on to the hope of a miracle. He doesn't realise that, to them, he is not human. He is an everyday ten-a-penny object. And it doesn't really matter how carelessly you treat an everyday object, because if it breaks, it is easily replaced. That's what will happen to him. It might take them weeks or months, but eventually, another one just like him will come along. One always does. The rustling of a plastic bag tells me they have all but finished playing with him. Then, in one swift manoeuvre, his feet leave the floor and vanish upwards, as if the angels have carried him away to heaven. They haven't, of course. This is a place even angels avoid. A violent thrashing sound follows, accompanied by more rustling and muffled cries, before the room falls silent. Now all that remains is a thin veil of cigarette smoke seeping under the door. It's my cue to leave. I rise as slowly and silently as I arrived, pad along the corridor until I reach my room, and close the door behind me. I'm lying on my bed with an open book in my hands when, soon after, they approach my door. She is the first to speak, a sing-song inflection in her voice. "You can come out now," she chirps. She is only ever this upbeat in the aftermath. When I don't reply, the footsteps stop. My door slowly opens, and both are standing in the doorway. His hair is ruffled, and there's a deep red lipstick mark on his neck. She wears the same satisfied expression as when she has taken the first puff from a cigarette. "Did you hear me?" she asks. "Yes," I reply, and muster a disingenuous smile. "Sorry." She regards me for a moment before they move on, leaving the door ajar, and I return to the book I'm not reading. Once I am sure they have returned to the ground floor, my morbid curiosity urges me to return to the room. It wants me to look under the door again and locate his body, because I've never seen what they do when they have no more use for them. I've imagined it, though. Frequently. However, I talk myself out of going. No, I think, I've pushed my luck enough today, and the reward isn't worth the risk or retribution. It won't be long until this latest disappearance is made public. It might remain in the newspapers or on the television for a few days, or even a week. Then something fresher and more pressing will replace him. Everyone except their families soon forgets about a missing child. And me. I remember every one of them. Because I am the bait that lures them here.
Part 1. Transcript of Anglia TV News interview with Kate Thurston, High Street, Tewkesbury, Bedfordshire. It's the kind of house you don't notice, even when you've been living in the village for years. It's right on the outskirts, and is so overgrown you can't see it through the trees and the bushes. The last time anyone lived here was over 30 years ago, an elderly couple who I think were joined later on by a young family. Then, a few years later, they all did a moonlight flit. Nobody knows why or where they went. Anyway, I'd never seen anyone come or go from it until that new couple arrived. We were all wondering who'd take on a place like that. We thought they must have deep pockets and a lot of time on their hands. Chapter 1. Mia, 2018. Sitting inside Finn's van, we stare at the property to our left. He turns off the ignition, and the silence is palpable. Neither of us knows what to say first. So, he eventually begins.